Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and viewers across the World Wide Web. This is Tune 215, and right now we are in Oakland City, Atlanta, Georgia. We're going to be doing a driving tour of the Oakland City area. Right now we are currently on Lee Street. We're going to go up about a block or two. We're passing Avon Ave. We'll make a left coming up. How about we make a left over here at Big Brother's Meat Grocery. It's 46 degrees outside. We're gonna turn right here at Tucker Ave, the intersection of Lee Street and Tucker. It looks like we have an overpass on my right hand side that probably has a train that runs through it. On my left hand side we have a Nissan SUV, looks like a Rogue. It was missing wheels, busted tail window. We got what looks to be Joy, Grow, and Love. I don't know what this building is on my right hand side. It says Respect. It's a church. It's called the Oakland City Church. On my left hand side we have another church, Ladd Street United Methodist Church. We have some signs that read no dumping. We're now approaching People Street. P-E-E-P-L-E-S, Peoples. We got some trash on my right hand side. A little earlier in the block we saw a sign that said no dumping. Right here we see another one, no dumping, but this must be a trouble zone where they dump at. That's why the signs are there to begin with. All right, we are now in a residential area. We're at Peoples and Tucker Avenue. I can make a left, I can go right. I think I'm gonna make a left just so we don't miss this block that we just passed. This is Arlington. We're gonna take Peoples to Arlington. We're now at Arlington Ave, the intersection of Peoples Street and Arlington. I see a Two Hermanos roofing advertisement on my right hand side. We are currently at Princess Ave in Arlington. Check out that house on my right hand side. I see the big screen TV straight through the window. The house looks like it's in good shape. They're doing the lawn. I don't know if they recently renovated, rehabilitated, and brought it back to life, but it looks like a cool house. We got, what's this, a Ford Ranchero on my left hand side? Yep, a Ford Ranchero. That was supposed to be like the El Camino. We got abandoned house on my right hand side. We got some one-story houses. It looks like they possibly have like a second story. You can see windows up top, like an attic or something. This one is a two-story for sure on my right. It has a really nice upper deck, upper porch. Look at this vehicle on my left. What's this, a Crown Victoria? They went in on the paint job. Look at it. And they got a system and everything. It had love, bless, it had a bunch of things written on it. We just passed La Rosa Terrace. That looked like it was straight out of like a Mad Max / Twisted Metal flick. Look at this Corvette on my left. There are two Corvettes, a classic and a modern Corvette. All right, we're back at that overpass at Lee and Arlington Ave. This is where we started at. We're gonna make a right-hand turn and then we'll make another right on Avon Ave. Oh, the train's about to pass. I hear it. Wow, that's a fortified train base. It's made out of cement. We're at Avon and Lee. We got a fire station on my left-hand side, number 14 fire station. Drug-free commercial zone, that's what the sign reads. We have some two-story houses on my right-hand side. They have driveways, front lawns, they have sidewalks. They have some grass that lines the sidewalk also. On my left, we have Finch Elementary School. On my right, we got some beautiful flowers. Finch is called William M. Finch Elementary School. We're at the intersection of Princess Ave and Avon. We're gonna slow down right here. I see Cathedral of Faith Church of God in Christ on my right hand side. We do have traffic behind us, so I'm gonna try to speed it up just a little bit so I can get out of their way. We're passing the Madea'S Suites on my left-hand side. I'm gonna make a right-hand turn here on Oakland Drive. The top of the sign reads Oakland City, so that's how you know that you're in the Oakland City area. Speed limit's 35 miles an hour. We're doing about 10 miles an hour right now. We just passed Madea'S house. There's literally a house behind us that was called Madea'S house. Now, I don't know if that has anything to do with the movie Madea. Maybe that's a location they used for the set of Madea. I make note of the Madea movie because about 2 minutes from here is Tyler Perry Studios. So if you're a fan of the Tyler Perry movies, then we might be able to pass the studios at the end of this tour. We're gonna make this right-hand turn on Wilmington Ave. I like this fence on my right. It's simple, but it provides enough vanity to hide what you're doing in your yard. You know what I mean? The side of it isn't really trimmed. You see the ground is not mowed or managed well, but we got a boarded up house on my left-hand side. It looks like they're recapping the windows, so they might be working on that. That blue house on my right is kind of charming, and they got the wooden shutters. Just regular raw wood. I like that. We're at Selwyn and Wilmington. I'm gonna make this left-hand turn. Look at this building right here. It's a huge building right here in the corner, and it's boarded up. Wow, the sidewalks. I don't even know if you would call that a sidewalk anymore because you can't really walk on the side of it. It's just overgrown leaves and greenery. So as I was mentioning a little bit earlier, if you're a fan of the Tyler Perry flicks, his studio is about 2 to 3 minutes away from here. And to my knowledge, based on what my wife was telling me, because she's a fan of his flicks, she was saying that he started out his career as being homeless and somehow he made nothing into something, and now he owns a studio. And I remember her telling me something not too long ago about him being a big employer of the area, about he employing, I guess, ATL residents in his studio. So I don't know how accurate that is, but yeah, we'll try to stop by his studio at the end of the tour just so that you guys can check it out. Got a boarded up house on my right. We got some trash and debris on my left-hand side, including a walker. We're at Peoples in Arlington. I'm gonna make this right on Princess Ave. We got some gentlemen right here unloading a vehicle. This is that house on my left that I saw the big TV in. It's a nice size house. Look at this sidewalk right here on my right. I like that. You see how they made the extra effort? They used those, what's that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, those hexagon pieces. I had to literally count out how many sides it had. Oh, yo, and that blue house got a garage in the back too. Look at this, nice. That's all connected to that blue house that was getting the lawn still done. The lawn wasn't done, so. Look at this gray and black house on my left. That's nice. We're at Princess and Wilmington Ave. We're gonna continue going up Wilmington Ave. We're gonna take this a little bit further. I'm gonna go past these blocks. Let's pass Oakland Drive. Got a house on my left that had a lot of Halloween decorations. Wow, they had a nice display of 2 skeletons on the lawn. There's a happy birthday sign on my left. We're at Selwyn and Wilmington. We went through this block because I remember turning over there. On my right hand side, we made a turn, so we're going down the opposite way. You see this fence on my left? Remember me telling you that I like that fence? It's simple. It's nothing too fancy, but it does the job, and it does it well. We're at Oakland Drive and Wilmington. I am going to let's make this left, no, let's make this right so we don't be repetitive. Let's make this right, and then at the corner make a left. Speed limit's 20 miles an hour. We're traveling about 11 miles an hour. Now we got regular sidewalks, which is cool, without the grass line walkways. All right, we're approaching Arlington Ave. We're gonna pass Arlington Ave and we're gonna make this left-hand turn on Almond. We got a blinking red light and a stop sign. So we're gonna treat it as a stop sign, complete stop, and then make this left. Oakland Drive and Almond Drive, that's the intersection we're on. This is a downhill. We got the shutters on my right. I thought they was functional. I almost thought I saw hinges. No, they're just bolted onto the side of the vinyl siding. Let's make this left on Adair Place. We got an Arrow Exterminators Company on my left. I'm gonna go by the Arrows Exterminators Company. Now we're going downhill. This is a downhill. We got two gentlemen on my right hand side conducting a conversation next to a vehicle. I see some of them e-scooters, the Lime e-scooters, the city rental one. They got pretty big lawns on this block compared to the last block. We got two vehicles on my left, Grand Marquis and a Chevy, both with rims. Grand Marquises are quite comfortable. They're gas guzzlers, but they're comfortable. I used to have a Grand Marquis. We got a house on my left that looks like it was recently done. Looks nice. I wonder if this is a neighborhood that investors are investing in. As we continue to explore the area, we'll figure that out. That's an interesting mailbox display on my right. It had a little planter in it also. They seem to have like large grassy patches in the yard too. Meaning a nice sized yard in the rear and a yard in the front, and then the side driveway. Wow, that one had a two-story garage in the back with like a... So basically, it was two buildings. Matter of fact, let me reverse it because you guys aren't gonna know exactly what I'm talking about unless I show it to you. And why talk about it when I can show it to you? So we're gonna utilize this vehicle as a tool, and we're just gonna maneuver it in a way where you guys can actually see what I'm talking about. So this house right here, you see in the back, you see that back garage? It's a cinder block first floor. Second floor is made out of wood, and it has a porch up there, like a second floor porch. So that's a two-story garage in the back. That looks like it may have been homemade, but it's still decent. It's still cool. It's a cool spot to chill at. Like a work shed, kind of like a little hobby station. I'm gonna make this right-hand turn on Avon Ave at Adair Place. Alright, we're gonna take this block straight up on Avon Ave. We're gonna take it straight up to Wyland Drive. Meanwhile, you can see most of these houses look maintained. We have one on the right that has a infrastructure condemned warning. You see the orange sticker on my right? It's actually caving in. On the right, you have a missing roof. Looks like it was falling apart. Looks like it had a side shed. It probably fell. On the left, they used their sofa for the Halloween display. That's the most clever use of a sofa that you need to get rid of that I've seen in a long time. Let's make this right on Wyland Drive. If you guys been watching my tours for the last 2 or 3 weeks, y'all seen in a couple areas of different cities and towns, there's an issue with sofas being discarded anywhere and everywhere. They throw them on the side of the roads. On one block, I think it was North Tampa, we saw like I would say, probably not to over exaggerate, 6, 7, maybe almost a dozen sofas just thrown in different areas. Right there, that homeowner decided to use the sofa that I guess they wanted to dispose as part of their Halloween display, put it out front on their lawn and put a skeleton on it. That was smart. We're at Wyland Drive and Edgefield. I'm gonna make this right-hand turn on Edgefield Drives so we can go around because this seems to go around. It's gonna take us back to, I believe, Almond Drive. I like that greenhouse on my right with the red shutters. Looks nice. See it? And it looks like it definitely has an attic because it got windows up top. So it might have like a miniature room up there maybe, I don't know. Street side mailboxes. A lot of city trash cans. We only got that in like a few. Oh, we got one of those mailboxes here. Is this a mail? Not a mailbox, a book. So we got a library for the locals out there. You seen that little box? It looked like a little birdhouse. We have that in a few spots of Philly too, and a lot of the nicer spots of Philly, But we got that where it's a local library, basically. You take a book, you bring it back. And you don't need a library card. It's like on a good faith system. That's cool. I see one around here. I was talking about the trash cans because I only know but like a few, like a handful of neighborhoods out of the 100+ Philadelphia neighborhoods. Look at this bright orange house on my left. And the bright blue one on my right, royal blue. A lot of bright colors here. Nice opaque colors, thick colors. There's not a lot of neighborhoods in Philly that have city offered trash cans like these. I think I only saw like 4 or 5 maybe, even if that. Most of Philadelphia, you got to provide your own trash cans. I kind of like the way these trash cans look because it's more uniform. In Philly, we got a bunch of different trash cans, so it kind of looks a little tacky because somebody's trash can might not be as well kept as the others. These are cool because they're all matching. You know what I mean? And it keeps the neighborhood, when it's trash day, the neighborhood looks uniform. Look on my right, you got a 1-story house, and then right after that, you got like a 2.5-story house. I say 2.5 because it might have an attic up top of the 2nd story. Oh, they got a Maserati parked in the driveway. A nice, chilling little teeny-weeny home with a Maserati. Y'all don't believe me, do you? You're like, no, Tune, we don't believe you. You should have showed us that Maserati. You should have showed us the Maserati, Tune. I mean, it's a older model Maserati, but you know, because you can get old model Maseratis for, you know, 10, 15, 20 grand, give or take. But this is the house right here. You see that silver Maserati with a nice little house? And they had a big truck out front. They got a V8 Titan Nissan. So they probably own the Mazda and they own the Nissan, and who knows how many other vehicles they own. I guess they pull out the Maserati on a special occasion. All right, so we are currently at the intersection of Wyland Drive and Almond Drive. We're gonna go forward. We're gonna take this forward a little bit more. We got like 4 or 5 blocks over here that we can explore. We got a house on my right-hand side that they are doing some work on. I see them adding the new sheathing, the weather insulation. We got a car behind us, so I'm gonna pull over very slowly just so that they can go by. It's been raining on and off throughout the night. It's supposed to completely stop raining at 1:00 p.m. over here, and I think it's about that time. Wow, look at this very nicely painted, well-maintained, I would say pea green. It's like a pea green house, almost like a mint green. You see that? That's a nice looking property. Got a basketball court in the driveway. I love the woodwork. I love the wood accent. I'm a fan of the wood accent, like the raw wood. It looks nice. Got a little Nissan Stanza over here on my left-hand side. It looks like it's been sitting there for quite some time. Got some tropical plants, probably shipped in and then planted. A lot of blue houses, a lot of beige houses, a lot of green, like this green on my left. I actually like green. Green's one of my favorite colors next to red. Gray, I see a gray house. Look at this gray house with this gray Mercedes Benz. So they literally painted the house the same color as their Benz, or vice versa. Probably got the Benz after they got the house. I don't know, but that's cool. Their mailbox is kind of loosey-goosey in the sense where the house looks beautiful, the Mercedes Benz looks beautiful. The mailbox was in a fortified brick enclosure that had overgrown greenery on it, like plants. It was missing the mailbox front. The bricks were kind of like loose, so it's surprising that they went through all that effort to have a beautiful household and then forgot the mailbox. Maybe that's next up on the list, you know. We're at Almond Drive and Bluefield Drive. Let's make this left hand turn on Bluefield Drive. Warning, neighborhood watch sign on my right hand side. I see that in a lot of other neighborhoods outside of Philadelphia. We don't have that in Philly. Maybe there might be like a prominent neighborhood that might have one sign displayed out of the whole neighborhood, but not even. I don't see that often in Philly. Here or in other places like South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, even in Florida, I've seen dozens of signs in one neighborhood. Like every corner you get, it'll say neighborhood town watch. Then you turn, boom, next corner, neighborhood town watch. Boom, next corner, we are watching you. Boom, 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 boom. It's like, what? Really? See some chain link fences. They got some like, what's that, 4 foot, 3 foot chain link fences. There's some mattresses right here on my right hand side. They dispose of some mattresses and some tree limbs. They're probably cleaning out the house maybe. All right, we're going uphill. This is a very steep uphill. Check out this fortified mailbox on my right. See, they fortify them. They use bricks and everything. I guess that's in case somebody crashes into it. They'll probably damage their car more than they'll damage the mailbox. Because these ones with just the wooden post, they'll get knocked down easily, right? Do any of my viewers have a mailbox like this with a wooden post? And if you do, have you ever came out and has it been knocked down? Has somebody ever hit your mailbox? Look on my right. If they hit that, they're in trouble. If they hit that, you'll hear it in the middle of the night and you'll be able to come out and catch them. But if they hit the little wooden one, they'll hit it and keep going. Look at that bright yellow house right there. That's like a taxi cab yellow, like a school bus yellow. So bright. Let's make this right-hand turn on Wyland Drive. All right, we're gonna turn right on Landvale Drive. We got a bus stop right here, the MARTA bus stop. Wyland and Landvale. Some of the windows had the awnings. The awning that covers the window to provide a little shade. Hill blocks view. Caution, watch for children. That's true. We're going uphill. And what that sign meant was that if you're driving fast through here, you don't know if there's kids on the opposite side of this hill. So yield, slow down in case there might be kids or somebody crossing. They got the gas meter on the lawn. I mean, not the gas meter, the gas shutoff valve. We got a stray cat on my left. We got that's probably a cast iron tub on my right. That's worth some scrap money. They're doing a clean out on my left hand side. Two-story home on my left. See this one? We got a house on my left that's getting the sheathing wrap. You see that white sheathing wrap? The Tyvek home wrap? We got two gentlemen on my right hand side talking. There's a ladder up, so I'm assuming they're probably contractors, and or maybe they work there. They're probably doing like the roofing, because I saw some of the roofing shingles. Or they might be the homeowners. You never know. It might be father and son. I like the front of this one. This one got like a little castle type of spherical addition to the corner of the building. You see that? You see that right there? You see the corner of the left side where that window's at, where the brick's at? That's pretty decent. It got like a castle crown. I think that's pretty cool. And I like these wooden shutters. You know, you guys know how I feel about shutters that are useless, shutters that are just for show. You know, they're cool and all, but it's like, you know, wearing sunglasses, well, or just glasses just to look cool, and you don't really need them for vision, versus shutters that are actually functional, that do the job, that are on the hinges, that can swing open and it can actually be locked. It's like wearing glasses because you need them for vision, right? That's just a metaphor, of course. But I like those wooden shutters. They actually add some nice style to the front of the house versus the colored ones. Like these in front of us, you see these shutters right here where the Honda Pilot is parked in the driveway. This is like a minty pastel-y green. Not even minty. It's more like an off green right here in front of it with the black shutters. Well, they're nice. They add some nice style to the house. You can't close them because they're bolted there. But I think the wooden ones add so much charm to the house. They have their dish right posted on the lawn. Interesting, right? Like the, wow, look at this lawn. This lawn got a lot of wow, they spray painted them all. The grass is painted. Look at the mailbox. The mailbox is painted. Yo, they went in with spray paint or some type of paint, and they painted literally the whole entire bird feeder. They painted everything. Next, like they didn't mask it off. You know what I mean? Like instead of masking off the bird feeder, masking off the edge work of the mailbox, they painted the ground and everything with it. So they're gonna have some white grass for a couple weeks. Unless they cut the grass, right? They can trim the grass. We have an Andre Dickens for Atlanta mayor on my right hand side. How do you guys feel about them posting that on your lawn? Would you like that stuff posted on your lawn? I think it's up to you to post it, right? I think it's more of like an optional thing. We have some beautiful houses on my right hand side. They have the wooden shutters that I was just talking about minutes ago. I like that wood accent. It adds so much class to the house. Versus right next to it, you got like the burgundy red shutters. They're cool and all, but I don't know, something about that wood color. I like the wood. We have an orange house. We have a brick house, some brick accent, brickwork. The roof shingles look a little faded. Got a nice classic Chevy truck on my left-hand side. Has potential. Needs a paint job, but it still looks cool. We got a Blazer in the driveway. Check out this 2-story house that's coming up. There's a little miniature trampoline too for the kids. Look at this 2-story house. It's cool. And it looked like they just did those windows because they still got the American Craftsman sticker up on the second floor. But they got a baby blue door. We're capturing the behind the scenes too. So if my viewers who are watching on Tune 215 are wondering what I'm talking about, subscribe to Toon Be Chillin'. TOONBECHILLIN. That's Toon Be Chillin'. That's where we do the behind the scene vlogs. We got Omi in the background. She's capturing the side views. Trying to show you guys a little bit of what this area looks like. Wow, that was a nice lawn display. They had a pretty cool display. A lot of these houses are elevated, am I right? They're raised probably 20 feet off of street level. They're like built on their own little mountains. Wow, we got this Nissan Stanza wagon. I haven't seen these in a while. One of my buddies that passed away, his pop used to have one. And I remember when I was a kid and we used to get picked up in middle school and I used to go to his crib, we used to drive in one of them. You don't see those around at all. They're like almost obsolete. They end up getting sent to the junkyard and junked. Look like they were doing an oil change on this Cadillac on my left because there's an oil pan under it and the hood's open and it's just left there. We got a purple. That's a purple accent on my right. We're at Linford and Wyland. We got one more block on my right that we can go through, and then we can leave this little section over here. Then we can visit another section in Oakland City. All right, we're gonna make this right-hand turn. We're at Avon and Wyland. We're gonna make this right-hand turn on Avon. We got cars on my left, so we're gonna yield. All right, we're gonna make this right-hand turn. So right now it appears that we're on the borderline of the Oakland City area and Venetian Hills area. Venetian Hills is on my left-hand side, so if we were to continue going left, we would explore that area. But but we're not gonna do that today. I don't think we're actually gonna get to it because after this, I would like to do some high-end neighborhoods. So I want to see what some of the more richier areas look like. Like if there's any, like, I don't know, neighborhoods in Atlanta with mansions, or we're gonna just check the World Wide Web, check the internet, see what comes up, see what names come up as the wealthier areas. We've been doing like some of the regular areas. I think we did like 5 or so regular areas. There's not enough time in the day. We're only passing through Atlanta to get to our next point of destination. So I'm sorry we're not gonna be able to cover all of Atlanta. Atlanta's pretty big, so we're not gonna be able to do it in one visit. But maybe in the future, after we do the whole country, might come back and visit Atlanta. Yeah, on my left, there's a sign that says Venetian Hills right on top of Avon and Graymont. Remember how I said that this one had Oakland City? So that lets you know that if you were to go left, you would be in the Venetian Hills area. But I noticed that, you know, these cities in America, they're big, and they're big enough to have, you know, hundreds, if not dozens of neighborhoods, you know? Because I know Philadelphia has 100+ neighborhoods. I can imagine New York having more than 100+ neighborhoods, probably 200, 300, 400 neighborhoods, because you got all the different boroughs. Let's go straight. Let's go straight. Let's take this straight down to Almond. And if oh, this is that mailbox on my right where I said that they went crazy spray painting and everything. That they was just spray painting everything. They was on point with it. Yeah, I think we're gonna take this straight down to Almond Drive because we're on Graymont now. So let's take this straight down. We could have literally went to Bridge Ave. I should have went up one more block. We could have took Westmont Road to Bridge Ave. Make this stop right here at the stop sign. This is Bluefield Drive. Let's just go down Bluefield Drive, and then we'll go down to Oakland, and then we'll cross over and take Oakland Drive to like Richard Road, I guess. Yeah, it's drizzling a little bit, very light sprinkles. Hopefully it doesn't continue to rain. A lot of trees, like from afar, the skyline is made up of trees. Like if you look around, that's all you see is trees. I noticed that about the little neighborhoods that we did here. Really the few, but for the ones that we did do, you saw houses, but around it, it was like these houses were built in a forest. That's what it looks like. So I don't know if maybe 100 years ago, before, let's make this left and then make a right. Let's make this left. I don't know if like 100 years ago, when, you know, things were more primitive, before people started coming and colonizing the area. I wonder if it was like more forest. You know what I mean? Probably was. That's how most of the country was. Alright, we're back on Almond. Let me make a left on Oakland Drive. We went through all this, that's why I'm not really slowing down around here. I'm driving about a good 20 miles an hour. Speed limit is 25. I'm gonna stop right here. I'm gonna reverse because I see something that I have not seen people do with the shutter area. So over here with the shutter area, we've seen wooden shutters, we've seen painted shutters, we've seen real shutters, we've seen, you know, non-functional shutters. But what I see here is they got creative with the front of their, where the shutters would go, they got like some type of diamond design in green, you see it? And that has like a wheelchair accessible ramp telling me that they might utilize a wheelchair. That's very interesting. That's different, you know? They get points for creativity there, you know? Alright, so we're gonna make this left-hand turn coming up at Oakland Drive. We got a gentleman walking up the road. Going uphill, it's a steep hill. We're gonna make this left-hand turn at Oakland Drive. this left-hand turn. Got a little warehouse on my right-hand side called High Tech Impound and Storage. No, we gonna keep on going straight because we could have went left, but left's gonna take us around the border. Because technically, if you go left here, this is the gray spot on the map. So we want to go. Let me go a little further. I got cars behind me. They probably wonder what I'm up to. I'm gonna make a right. We got a rest in peace memorial right here on my right. So you know those teddy bears? I'm sorry, I got cars behind me. Let me make this right hand turn. Oh, they ended up turning. Cool. Gives me time to think. We're at Merrell Ave. It's a green light, but we can go straight or we can go right. I'm gonna go right because the people behind me just beat. I'm sorry, I'm at a green light contemplating my next move. But it's not a full area because if you go left, where I say go left, that's connected to the Cascade Road area. It's like grayed out, so it's not even a part of Oakland City, even though it's literally in Oakland City. I'm trying to stay within the perimeter. Right now, we're still in the perimeter that says Oakland City. We got a banner house on my right. Alright, we're gonna stop here. We're at the intersection of Hall Street and Merrell Ave. On my right, there's a box truck, pretty cool box truck designed for their business. It says, book us for your next event at I'll Charm You Events. And it says, I'll Charm You. That's pretty cool. They probably do like weddings, sweet 16s, parties, stuff like that. They're probably business owners, entrepreneurs. Let's make this left-hand turn here on Hall Street. Watch for children. Speed limit 25 miles an hour. Again, neighborhood watch sign. The houses on my left are raised off of the street side. The ones on my right are more at street level. We're going uphill though, make note. On my left, it looks like they're doing some work on this house. You see the large bin, the dumpster. Certificate of appropriateness. On my left, we got a vehicle coming up. It had a headlight out. They were doing some work to the house. The house looks in good shape though. The ones that they spicing up and they hook up look pretty cool. Yeah, the street sign still reads Oakland City. We're at Hall Street and Montreat Ave, or Montreat. Not sure how you pronounce it. Some of these hills are so steep that I had to switch over to manual mode. Check out this greenhouse on my right. Very bright. Would you like a bright colored house, or would you like a neutral colored house? What is your preference? Traveling across America is making me want to collect like little miniature dioramas of houses. We're at Hall and Richland. Oh, I thought it was Richard. It's Richland. I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean that would be a completely useless collection, but just so I can have a little bit of every state. We got some one-story houses on my left. So far, out of all the states I've been, and I like, you know, several houses from each state. We got a Porsche on the left of my drive-thru, but we got a Honda. What a combination. A Porsche and a Honda. And they had a Chevy and a Ford. Wow, that's one heck of a combination in a drive-thru. Alright, we can go straight, we can go right. We can go straight, and we can, there's a couple blocks over here. Let me get out of these people's way. Let's go straight. Let's go straight. We just passed Oakland Drive. There's a couple blocks over here. That's the reason why I said let's go straight. I didn't want to miss them. Speed bump ahead. This is actually a speed table. It's a little wider than a speed bump. This is a straight downhill. I feel like I'm on a roller coaster. We're at a I don't know. I wasn't too good in my geometry class, but we're at like an acute angle right here. Going straight downhill, steep. We got a female on my right. She's doing some yard work. She's out there in her rain jacket. Y'all saw her? She was getting it in, doing some work, keeping her property clean. Yeah, that was a steep hill. Like if you went down there with some rollerblades or a skateboard, you better know how to stop that thing, because you'll end up falling. Or like a longboard, you'll catch some speed there. The houses on my right are raised relatively high. I would say 20 feet. 16, 17 to 20 feet high, higher than the street side. Look on my right. You see how they're like, I don't know. I wonder if you can, that might be tacky, but I wonder if you can like level out your plot of land. Like if you didn't want yours to be that high. See how a lot of them are really, really high? When you get your plot, could you like dig your plot and square it out and level it out so you can have a taller house? Because that plot of land you're on can actually be basement, can be more house. But then again, I wonder if there's plumbing under that plot. Then they might have to lower your plumbing. That might be a whole nother job in itself. All right, we're at Pinehurst and Richland. Pinehurst and Richland. There's a no outlet on my left. We got Patchwork City Farms LLC on my left. This is a no outlet. Should I go through the no outlet just to show you guys the no outlet? Or I'll continue going right. There's a couple more blocks. I get OCD with stuff. Part of me be like, yeah, show them the no outlet. Show them the no outlet. But then the other part of me be like, no, you're going to be wasting time. You're going to be wasting time. Yeah, let me keep on going straight. We're at Richland and Pinehurst Terrace. Let's keep on going straight. Let's take it another block forward. Like my conscience be like battling with me. And we only got an hour for these tours, so like I gotta utilize the time wisely. They got a side deck on my right hand side, on the side of the property, and they got a Prius, Toyota Prius. I think those things get like 60 miles to a gallon. Anywhere from 50 to 60 miles to a gallon. That's pretty good gas mileage if you ask me. Got pumpkins on the house on my left. Going up each step, they had a pumpkin. On my right, that house, the white one, looks recently painted. It looks relatively refreshed. I think that's a good term. Refreshed. It's like they refreshed the paintwork. We're making a right on Rochelle Drive. And look how we got a lot of white and black houses, like white vinyl. They got the white siding and black shingles. Black shingles are nice. When they're fresh, they look really nice. But I guess when the sun beats up on them for 10, 15, 20 years, then they get faded, right? They get really faded. Then they turn gray. They end up being like gray shingles. All right, Randall Brothers. I think they're responsible for some of this work. They're doing some work here. Look at that house on my left. The house on my left on the corner looks relatively redone too recently. We're at Westboro and Rochelle. Looks relatively new. We just turned on to Westboro Drive. We got an RV trailer right here on my left. One of the towable ones. You can tow that. It's nice. And it's plugged up to electricity. The lights on and off. Oh, they got an extension cord ran to their house. They wasn't playing no games. They gonna get all their money's worth from that RV. Give me all of that. All of that. Probably like a little clubhouse right out front of their house. We got some tree trimmings on my left. Got some sofa and debris and stuff on my right. Looks like they cleaned out their house. That woodwork on my right looks cool. You see the fence on the front of their house? I think that looks cool. With a wooden door, nice. Nice. Gives me ideas. So, you know, whenever we build our ideal home, I can like, you know, I wouldn't say steal, but borrow little inspirations from different areas that we've seen. We're at Pinehurst Terrace and Westboro Drive. Let's make this left-hand turn on Pinehurst Terrace. Got some debris on my right-hand side. Back blocks always tend to have debris in them. So we can go left or we can go right. We're on Beecher Street. If we cross over Beecher Street, we will no longer be in this neighborhood, in the Oakland City neighborhood. Once you cross over, you'll be on what's classified on the map as the West End, if we keep going straight. So we're gonna go right. We could go left. There'll be like a block or two that we missed, but for the sake of the rest of the tour, I wanna go right because there's another portion of Oakland City that we didn't touch over here. And then I'm still gonna try to show y'all maybe a little tip of the Tyler Perry Studios. We can't go in it because it's private property. It's like a gigantic film studio property. Couple acres of land. But at least I could probably take y'all to the entrance. How many of you guys watched the Tyler Perry flicks? I wasn't a big fan of them growing up. I didn't really get into his films. But, you know, anybody doing great things, more power to them. So we're gonna go back down here to Oakland Drive. We're at Oakland Drive. We're gonna make a right-hand turn down to Denelli Ave. We got the USPS, United States Postal, little van right there, the little box truck. Right-hand drive, you already know. Alright, so we got a good dozen blocks over here that we didn't cover yet. We got West End Family Life Community Center on my left. Some houses on my right. They're raised off of the street side. So if we go left, another block, we'll be out of this neighborhood. So we're gonna go right. I'm probably gonna go right at this corner at Hall Street. Yeah, the top of the sign still says Oakland City. Look at this property on my left. They got stonework, brickwork, and it had a little garage on I guess the first floor under the balcony, like a deck. Garage on my right, we just passed on too. If we make a right, it's gonna take us to Oakland. I'm not gonna go to that right now. Let's try to do some of these back blocks. We're at Richland Road, Richland. At Hall Street in Richland. I'm gonna make this left-hand turn. Missing a chain link fence on my right-hand side. It's missing. City of Atlanta recycling trash bins. The house on my left placed a little upwards. White Grand Marquis in the driveway on my right. A lot of green growth on my left hand side. Wow, we got a house on my right. You see a nice clean white one, baby blue shutters, and then right next to that, a house that looks condemned. It's basically, oh, we got a car behind me. I was gonna try to show y'all it, but. Let me make a right-hand turn coming up, but that house was like falling apart. It was completely missing the front face of it and everything. I don't know if they're working on it soon. We're at Lawton and Richland. I'm gonna make this right-hand turn at Lawton. All in all, it's a very colorful neighborhood. Very colorful townhomes. I mean, we got colorful blocks in Philly. Like some of the Puerto Rican blocks around like 5th and Lehigh. Colorful, just like this, painted different colors. But we got row homes, so it's different to see. Oh, look, there's a Chevy box. It looks nice. Well, it got some big rims, some huge rims. A little bit on the rough side. Make this right on Montreat. Wow, this is an extreme uphill. Whoa! Good thing I got this in first gear. This is one heck of an uphill. Look at, they're doing a home right here too. It looks like this was just designed. UrbanEstateL.com. Visit www.urbanestateel.com. It's estate, E-S-T-A-T, with no E, just an L. Check that out. BeltLine.com. Visit www.ballast.build.com. I believe they're the developers that probably did the architectural design to it, so they probably partnered up with the other company to build it. Nice little homes. I guess, you know, they're like budget homes. What do homes go for in this neighborhood? I don't know. I'm not from this neighborhood, but what do they go for? We got RV on my left. Look at we got a plot of land right here. Certificate of appropriateness. It got an A. So I don't know. I guess you probably need to get it approved first before you actually build. I had a mailbox for mail in and everything, and there ain't even a house there. That's funny. I got a strange sense of humor. I'm sorry, guys. We're at Hall Street, Montreat, and Hall. Let's make this left-hand turn. This is not a dog park. There's a sign with an exclamation sign that reads, "This is not a dog park." I get screaming at people who walk by with their dogs and let the dog poop on the lawn. Look at that house right there at the corner. That's a nice little chunk. Back garage, side entrance, front door entrance. It has the wooden posts holding up the awning. You see it? And I like the wood door. And it's two-story. You can see their fancy lamps at like on the window. They have like a nice little lamp. Look at the slate. They got slate for their walkway. You see the steps? It has the slate. Wow, that was a cool little house. Eighth grade graduate. Somebody had an 8th grade graduate on my right hand side, so they had that posted on their lawn. If I go right, I'll end up back at Oakland Drive. We got the MARTA bus in front of us. That's their ATL SEPTA bus. Well, not SEPTA. I said SEPTA. SEPTA's our oh snap, we got a building on my right that looks like it's gonna be fixed soon too. It's falling apart. But there's cars in the driveway. So that might be what, the new owners maybe? Let's make this right. Wow, look at that pickup truck on my left. Missing hood, missing fenders, missing doors. Look, they stripped it right in the driveway. We got a sofa on my right hand side. Somebody just threw the sofa there. That's messed up. For the people who care about the block, you know, they have to look at that. Now we're on Cordona. This is Cordona? Cordova, I'm sorry, Cordova. We're on Cordova Street. Alright, we got another house on my left. It looks like they are recently hooking it up. Yeah, it looks nice, looks new. All the materials look fresh. I guess money can pretty much fix up most things. We're at Tucker Place in Cordova Street. Now we can continue to travel around the area. We missed several other blocks over here. Tucker Ave, White Oak Ave, Lawton Ave, Spark Street, Dimmock Street. Over here in the backside, Sylvan Road, Warner Street. There's a couple blocks over here that we missed, but in order to show you guys the Tyler Perry Studios, I'm probably gonna need to just speed this up a little bit. So I'm just gonna go to the Tyler Perry Studios, because I did mention that in the beginning. We passed, I guess, one of the houses that it was marked on the map as Tyler Perry House. So I don't know if that's the house that he grew up in, if that's the house they used for one of his films. You know, maybe he was from this neighborhood. Who knows? I mean, I'm sure you can Google it and you can learn more. I'm here. What I do, if you're new to the channel, we're gonna be passing People Street. Yeah, this is People's. Let's cross over. Yeah, what I like to do with these tours, guys, is I like to not educate myself on a neighborhood before I go to the neighborhood. Yeah, I can give an educational tour if I chose to learn a lot about the neighborhood, fact check it, and spit some Wikipedia facts and stuff. But I like to be like surprised. I like this to be a general reaction. You know, I don't like to know what to expect ahead of time. We got abandoned house on my right. I like it to be raw, real, and authentic. You know, another abandoned house on my left. There's a house for sale on my right hand side. This house is 1070. We're on 1070 White Oak Ave. Let me point it to the property in case somebody's interested in moving to this block. Right here, for sale. And as you can see, there's a number on it. 1070 White Oak Ave, Atlanta, Georgia. That's for sale in the Oakland City neighborhood. But yeah, I try not to educate myself on the neighborhood. I try to just go there with a fresh, you know, outlook on it, not know what to expect, and just, you know, say the basics. We got a mural on my right. This is Oakland City Community. That's pretty cool. That's decent. So we're back at that Lee Street where the big train is in front of us. Not a big train, but that big track for the train. All right, we're 6 minutes away from the studio, so hopefully we can get to it by the end of the tour. I'm gonna drive at normal speed. We got graffiti too on my left hand side. Below the upper train track, there's lower train track. They're probably like what do you call those? Cargo tracks passing Arlington Ave. We got a Lee Food Market on my right. But it looks like maybe they like the graffiti back there because there's a lot of like artwork. We're passing Big Daddy's Meat Supermarket on my right. We're gonna make this right-hand turn coming up soon at Deschler Street. Deschler. D-E-S-H-L-E-R. Deschler. We're passing Campbellton Road. I'm gonna merge right just so I can already be on the right side when it comes time to turning. Passing Van Buren Street. We're on Lee Street still. 5 minutes away from our location. If you're just tuning in now, we're gonna take a quick peek at the outside of the Tyler Perry Studios. Street, 4 minutes away from our desired location. See right here, there's a sign that reads Tyler Perry Studios right here. Boom. Matter of fact, this might be it because you see the double fence. You see you got the chain link fence and then you got the white aluminum fence. Let's make this right hand turn. We're 3 minutes away. Matter of fact, we're on Tyler Perry Studios Way. We got Astor Ave on my left and Tyler Perry Studios Way right here on my right. So he literally has a street over here named after him. Oh, and right here, boom. Tyler Perry Studios Way. Wow. Let's make this right hand turn. Is this gonna take us into his studio? Yeah, this is gonna take us into his studio, and you gotta get checked in. So we're here, guys. Like, we're not actually gonna go in, but look at, you gotta get checked in. There's security and everything. They have an advertisement for Ruthless for like a movie, I guess, that he got coming up. So this all on my right hand side is probably his real estate. I'm sure he owns a large couple acres of land back here. We got Omi in the background. She's capturing some behind the scenes so y'all can get a chance to see what the Tyler Perry Studios real estate looks like their acres of land. It looks huge though. It looks like a big piece of property. Let's make this right hand turn. Can we make a right over here on Womack Ave? Let me see. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like we could make a right hand turn on Womack Ave. So I don't know. I think that was probably like the closest that we could get to it. But y'all saw the front gates. Y'all saw the front gate. There was a security guard out there. They're probably gonna ask us what we're there for, and we don't have no real reason to be there. But y'all saw he literally has a street over here named after him. He has a large business that is like a filmmaker's dream come true. I think, what is he? I know he's an actor, but right now he's probably a producer too because he has the funds to be an executive producer. But is he a director? Does he direct films? I don't know. I think he may be a director also. But that's cool. My wife told me that he was homeless. Yeah, he was homeless. There's many film makers, actors, entrepreneurs that started off as homeless. Yeah, like I believe Cat Williams was also homeless. He was living in his car. I think when they first got a hold of Cat Williams, they said he was living in his car. He didn't have his front teeth. And now look at him. Cat Williams is very successful. There's another actor that his mother, Sherry Hunkela. I can't think of his name right now, but he's been in several plus Hollywood films. I met him. I actually got a chance to meet him and his wife. His wife is also a famous actress too. But he was from Philadelphia, and his mom and him were living in a car in the harsh winters of Philly back in the day. She's an activist. She's been locked up 40 plus times, but I know her, or I know of her because I worked in the same building that she worked in, and you know, she introduced me to her son and his wife, and they were also homeless, living in cars, and now he's successful. And you know, there's plenty of other people that I'm sure, whether they're musicians, whether they're, if you guys know a story of someone who was homeless, who was poor, who was down on their luck, who ended up blowing up and becoming millionaires and doing very well for themselves, who are in the industry, who are sports stars, who are great athletes, comment their name in the comment section. Enlighten us, teach the viewers of the World Wide Web, people who are going to watch this video in the future, who might scroll to the comment section and might read about another person's story and, you know, get inspired. Because, you know, a lot of people can be down on their luck one day and then blow up like Tyler Perry, and, you know, they work hard for what they got, so it don't come all overnight. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we just reached our 1 hour mark. Unfortunately, if you're new to the channel, we try to keep these tours at 1 hour long for viewer retention and file management purposes. This is the end of the tour. Leave your thoughts, comments, any knowledge in the comment section. This is your homeboy Tune, Mr. Tune Dollars, Tune 215, Tune be chillin'. Y'all know. Tunicalifragilisticexpialidocious. I caught a brain fart. Yeah, and I'm tuning out.